Warning, 3 people are dead. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 5, Episode 21, Last Rites. I'm your host, Dom. With me, we have Rachel and Clio.
Hello!
How's it going?
Good.
We are one step away from the finale. No, just because that's a Disney property does not make that relevant.
I don't have anything Once Upon a Time in my immediate grasp.
I'm gonna make a Funko Pop doll of Rumpelstiltskin for you, and you're gonna like it.
I got Maleficent.
I have a bunny?
Close enough.
Have a bunny?
Maleficent.
Close enough. So close to the finale. What do you guys think of this episode?
I got a tissue.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not crazy about this episode.
No? There's
Nope.
a lot of feels this episode. I mean,
Oh my god, all the feels.
we lost 3 characters, and I must say, I am completely, much like everyone else, I am completely devastated. We kind of knew it was coming, but to actually see Arthur die like that? No, I'm kidding.
Nope.
Listen, okay, can I tell you my
You're
favorite
less
part?
about Arthur.
Arthur derpily running out of the forest, handcuffed, and just falling in front of Hades. That was my favorite part of the episode.
That was phenomenal.
He
It
was
really
so
was.
Oh god, I was like, dude, you're dead.
Yeah.
And my mom watched it. She told me after, but she was like, oh, I thought he, just knocked him out, was going to use him later. It's like, nope, he's dead. Okay.
He dead.
Yeah.
He dead.
But obviously, the tragic part of this episode was Robin.
And I mean, I kind of hate that we knew it.
Yeah.
I kind of hate
I
that.
got so equipped.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really unfortunate, because we all agree. It's not often that all of us agree, and even Omi agrees. Unfortunately, Nikki couldn't be with us tonight, but she is in agreement, just like the rest of us, that Robin just was not as developed as a character as he had the potential to be.
Yeah.
And I mean...
And I think that is more of a travesty in itself than what actually happened.
Yeah, I agree, because this season they sort of sweeped him away, and he was in the corner for most of this season, and it's just been now we should feel something for him, even though we haven't done anything with him, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, but the problem with that is we're feeling stuff for Regina. I mean, okay,
right.
I'm talking myself. I can't talk for anyone else. But I'm feeling more bad for Regina. If they developed Robin's character more, if he had more to do, if he was more present, then I would also be feeling for Robin. But the fact is, it's all right, Robin.
I'm going to tell you right now, I feel worse for Robin's kids than I do for Regina.
Yeah, no, definitely Roland.
Right?
And I mean,
Roland
the girl,
and
she's a baby, you know.
Still,
and
that's...
it sucks. No,
yeah.
definitely it sucks. But to be 6, to be of an age where you remember your father, you know your father, and
Not
he's
only
just gone.
that, but his mother just died last season.
Yeah.
You know, and, well, I mean, she died 2 seasons ago, but...
We didn't find out about it until...
Right, you know, and then... Robin comes in, and then, I don't even think Robin had the time to consider his kids in his snap decision. Right? He acted out of true love and protection for Regina.
Yeah.
Had he had the time to think about that and react, I don't know if he would have made the same choice. But his choice was pure, on the fly, instinct, gut reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
think
he
he
had a
might have.
heroic death, and that's
Yes. No, that's
probably the only good part of it.
Oh god, it was just an emotional roller coaster, that's all.
It was, for sure. I mean, the funeral, seeing the arrows with the roses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was wow.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the kid, that got me rolling. Going up with the arrow.
I know,
oh,
right?
God, you're still so tiny. How?
And speaking of which, just out of like weird stuff, because I was looking around the internet today, and I saw a clip on YouTube of season 3, episode 1 of Once Upon a Time with Neverland, and seeing Henry and Peter Pan, Robbie Kay, like next to each other, and I'm just like, Robbie Kay does not look a day older, and Henry looks like he's aged 5 years.
I know. Peter Pan. I mean, come on.
I know he's Peter Pan. He's not supposed to grow up, but I mean, it's just amazing that the actor legit does not look like he's aged at all. And that, side note, but that's I think that's great. But yeah, Roland is in the same kind of boat. Like, he has not grown up, and it's kind of.
Who's gonna take care of him? Is it just the Mary Meg gonna take care of him, or is Regina gonna take him under her wing?
I think it's a little of both. I mean.
And Zelina too. Don't leave Zelina out of this. Zelina, she named her Robin.
Yeah.
So I mean, Zelina already having a child, I don't see why she wouldn't, want to be there for Roland as well.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, she could be there, but I don't think the Merrymen are gonna let her. Are gonna let her raise him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No,
there's that.
The question that I see this coming up in chat a lot, especially Daniela, says, I don't want to see Regina as the evil queen again. Do you think that this might be something that pushes her back over the edge?
Here's the thing.
It could make her go to that dark spot, but I don't think she's going to revert to what she was.
Here's the thing. I think everyone's going to expect it. Everyone's going to think she's going evil, and she's just going to be like, fuck all of you. Why can't I just be me? It's not evil. Like,
she's
I like when she's in the middle of, like, I think she thrives in, like, the neutral, like, somewhere between good and evil. Like,
right.
She doesn't have to be perfect. She doesn't have to be goody two-shoes. She doesn't have to be Emma,
No.
She just...
No.
I like when she does some, not so nice things in with the good things she does, I think that's the perfect Regina.
She's grieving, and I think right now she's not thinking about if she's going to be good or evil. She's not thinking about that. She can give two shits about it.
Yeah. No, she's feeling, and I think if people expect and people are put like the kid gloves on around her, she's going to be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I see that happening.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to go bad. I don't think she's going to go either way, personally.
Yeah. I've read an interview with Sean McGuire, who plays Robin Hood, on HollywoodReporter.com, and they said, "Are you happy with the way Robin's journey ended?" And his response was, "In all honesty, no. I wouldn't say that I was. I felt like it was an abrupt end. I didn't feel the character had any development this year, and wasn't really written for. That was disappointing for people who liked Robin Hood and liked him and Regina together. But I'm a company man, and when you're an actor, you have to understand that our job is to serve the writing. I write myself and understand how important it is to be true to the writer's vision. In all honesty, I don't feel that that a character like Robin Hood got the development that he could have, but I respect the way the guys wanted to run their show. You either have to be on board or not. I'm happy to serve the writers."
Yeah, I feel that.
So I 100% agree, and I think more of the interesting thing that's going to be moving forward that progresses this story is this is going to give Regina and Zelina a lot of more bonding time, because they both lost their true loves this episode.
Yeah,
it was heartbreaking to watch Zelina lose hers. I mean, when she finally realized, just like, what she said to him, like, I will never be enough for you, is pretty much the opposite of what Nora said to Regina. So for her to come to that realization, literally the opposite. So for her to, it was really sad to watch that.
Lee Silver brings up a great point in chat and says, "In a show where writers say dead is dead, Hook comes back to life again, this will make Regina mad. And I don't think it's only going to make Regina mad. I think it's going to make Zelina mad as well.
I honestly don't think so.
I don't think it is. Because
maybe there's going to be... Yeah,
if it was something that they did to make him come back, then maybe. But he was already prepared to cross over and to move forward, and Zeus decided to step in and resurrect him.
Which, by the way, was awesome to see Zeus.
No. Okay. No, that was the wussiest looking Zeus I've ever seen.
It really was. A, wussiest looking Zeus. B,
is it because he didn't have like a full big beard? Is that why?
He looked like a preteen. He looked like a preteen.
Twig.
He's Hades' younger brother. What do you expect?
I don't care. No, that's not Zeus.
I thought he was the older brother.
We went over this last week, Cleo. In every other telling, he's the older brother. And Once Upon a Time, he's the younger brother.
No, in every telling, he's the younger brother because he's the last one born while his father has eaten all of his older siblings.
Yeah.
In Once Upon a Time, it's opposite, and he's the older brother. We looked this up last week.
Yes.
Yes, I know. I know my mythology. I had a minor in classics.
But yeah, no, that was the
swear it was the other way around when we looked this up.
I hated Zeus in this. I'm sorry. They could have did a 10 times better job at finding someone to play Zeus.
I agree. But I mean, it's not, I can forgive the casting. I can forgive a lot. But of all this buildup, of all of this Hades, to just have Zeus say, "Hey, Hook, good job," and then
I know, right?
It's like the worst introduction you could have given him. I'm sorry.
It was horrible. I'm sorry. I totally agree with you. It was horrible. It was a horrible introduction to him.
I understand it. I'm probably overreacting.
I think you are.
That was my feelings. I was like, all right, okay.
Well, it was mine too. As soon as I saw him, I was like, no, that's a messenger Zeus. Nothing. And then when he said he was Zeus, I was like, no, really? Zeus is supposed to be this. I'm not saying with the beard or anything, but he's supposed to be this big guy that hello, he impregnates women on Earth. No one's going to let that thing touch him.
That might not be what he does in this telling, though. You're sticking too close to the original mythology.
But anyways, no,
that's not the case.
It was not. No, they could have picked someone else.
No, like I said, I can forgive the casting. I can.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think it was like a.
We clearly haven't seen.
It was a letdown.
We haven't seen enough of him, but I thought it was just interesting to see his role in everything and to see, how Hook moved on and was brought there, and how he came back and stuff like that. Yeah. There's still more to tell with him. I don't think this is the last of Zeus.
Yeah, but next week is the season finale, and I feel the same way with Hercules. We got one episode of him and he's gone. It's like next week is the season finale.
2 hours.
Hercules looked like he could beat Zeus's butt.
Yeah, that's right. Hercules is more buff than his dad. With more. Did he have more facial hair? I can't remember.
I think so.
I don't think
he had more hair. I don't know. It's like I wouldn't be hurt if they recasted it. I would.
No, I think
I'd be okay.
It's fine.
I'm still butthurt over the Gaston recast. So.
Honestly, I think the new Gaston is more Gaston-y than the first one.
I 100% agree, but it was the same way I felt with Robin Hood. I preferred the new Robin Hood, but I was still mad about the recast until they went back and fixed that for me in the flashbacks and said that it was, the four-leaf clover thing or whatever. But they haven't explained anything about Gaston yet, so I'm still going to be butthurt about it until they do. Which will probably be forever, because I don't think they'll ever go back and do that.
Probably not.
I don't know, but my big question, and this is my biggest question about Zeus, right? Zeus returned Hook back to life, put him in a new body, because his old body was rotting, so obviously he recreated the body and everything, and put Hook back into it. Why didn't he give him his hand back?
I thought the same thing. Where's his hand?
Because he's Hook. Come on, you give him back his hand and he's not Hook anymore.
Doesn't matter. Like, he wanted that hand back for what? Remember that whole
I know.
thing? So
but
he could have at least been like, give him the option. Do you want your hand back?
I honestly think
your hand
Hook,
back?
Listen, I honestly think Hook would have said no, because Hook
I agree with you.
made the mistake of, trying to get a hand from, Rumple and losing his, I think he now appreciates like what he's got without his hand. And he knows he's enough without his hand. He doesn't need his hand to be better. He's already better.
Yeah. And I 100% agree with you. I just wish that there was a little tiny scene that addressed that, and Hook is like, no, this is part of me, and he's like, okay, well then so be it. I think that would have been great. But I think they were trying to like shock us with Hook's return, but we all knew that was coming.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw Hook with Zeus, there couldn't have been one moment where you're like, oh, he's not going to put him back, on Earth. We knew from the start. So, but yeah. Meanwhile, though, we saw a lot of Hook in the underworld with Arthur, and Arthur kind of had a chance to redeem himself here. He wasn't as much of a dick as he's been in the past.
He was a little freaking out the first when Hook was telling him that he died. That was kind of funny though. He's like, "Go ahead, cut me. You can't kill that guy."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, it was so funny.
I thought he was going to stab himself, and not just to make sure. You know what I mean? With the knife or slice his hand or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So they go on a quest for redemption, unfinished business. Hook's trying to help Emma out because he can't move on until he knows she's safe. And he's like, recruits Arthur. They go tear apart the throne room. Arthur's the one that finds the pages, and he's like, we got to put it back in the storybook. But where is that? It's where Mila got thrown into the river. So we're gonna go sailing across the terrible green screen seas. I mean the river of lost souls, and now the lost souls can apparently fly. So that's a thing.
Well, now that there's no one down there to control them.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it's all of them. I think it's like
the ones that have been there the longest.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say the oldest ones, the ones that have had like the
ones
most
who have forgotten.
Yeah, who have truly lost who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the last couple podcasts I've been saying like, oh, once you're in there, once you've lost your soul, that's it. Maybe I'm wrong, because I was going off the.
Yeah, the longer you stay in there, the more you forget yourself.
Yeah, we still don't know if that's exactly how it works, but it seems that way.
Right.
And I was just going off the cartoon, so fuck do I know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the show is very different from what actually happens, so
yeah,
who knows?
Sure.
Anything can happen, and they can bring anybody back no matter what because they could do whatever they want.
Okay.
As long as it makes sense.
Am I the only one really disappointed that Hades is gone already? Like, is that it?
See,
is that it?
I started to think about this, and I'm looking, and I've mentioned this before, and you guys heavily disagree with me on the Rumple situation, and I'm not even going to get into that yet, so we're going to move on from that topic immediately, but my point was every single villain that they've come across thus far has had a moment of redemption.
Yeah.
Even if it was a glimpse, fleeting moment. You look at Rumple and Regina from season 1.
Mm-hmm.
You look at I forget his name, but the guy that was trying to destroy all the magic in season 2. The camping guy in the tent looking for his father.
Oh yeah.
He kind of had a little moment of redemption. He was kind of like the villain of that season. Peter Pan kind of had his moment of redemption until Rumple stabbed him in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Maleficent.
She's off with her daughter.
Ursula, kind of got theirs.
Yeah.
Cruella's not done because she's still in the underworld, so she didn't really get anything. But I mean, she even had a slight moment at one point, and then that went in a different direction.
Yeah, no, well, we thought it was going to be her redemption. It was
Right.
just like, oh no, she's actually a sociopath. Cool.
Right. And then the Snow Queen. Snow Queen had hers. Zelina's had hers. Uh, Arthur, after this episode, kind of had his. Hades is honestly the only one thus far. Even though, there was, True Love's kiss and he got out, he never had a redemption. Because he's always, after that kiss and then leaving and then locking them in the underworld, that's not redemption. So,
there were so many times in this episode that Zelina gave him a chance to redeem himself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
To stop this wanting to control everything, this lust for power, just to go away with her and her daughter and just have a happy life. And, and he was just like, nope. He's just so power hungry, he's beyond help.
Yeah.
He was beyond redemption. There was no way to redeem him because he didn't want to be redeemed.
Yeah. So now getting into controversial territory, Daniela asks in chat, can we agree that Rumpel is a complete evil, twisted motherfucker?
We've already knew this.
I disagree.
Dom's going to have some disagreements,
I disagree just for the sake of disagreeing. No, I actually 100% agree. No, I 100% agree, but that is all the reasons why I love Rumpel, which is all the reasons why all of you hate Rumpel. So
I don't
and
hate
here's the
him.
thing.
I think what I hate more is the fact that he keeps trying to pull Bella in and she's stupid enough to keep falling for it.
He has personally wronged me.
It just makes me mad.
Personally wronged you.
He made me believe.
Robert Carlyle, what did he do?
He made me believe that he wanted to be good, and then, nope, he stole the dagger. He's the Dark One again. Okay, who fucking cares? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's your own fault for falling for that, Clio.
If you want to have a redemption for the Carlisle, go watch Full Monty. It's hilarious. You'll love it, and you'll love him in it.
Go watch Stargate Universe.
I don't remember him in it.
I 100%. If you guys are even a slight fan of the Stargate franchise, it's only 2 seasons. It's short. It's satisfying. It really picks up a lot more in the 2nd season. He played a character called Dr. Rush, and he was phenomenal. And that's where I fell in love with the actor Robert Carlyle. Like, I will follow him on any show he goes on to because of Stargate Universe, and that's honestly the reason why I even started watching Once Upon a Time to begin with. But anyway, I don't know, I just love the character. I love how complex it is. I love how he's twisted and interweaved into everybody's story, and he's basically the reason for everything. That's why I love him. I remember watching 2 years ago, I rewatched up to season 3 with my mother, and she would flip out every time Rumpel came on in a flashback and showed that he was involved in somebody's life and it progressed and this is why everybody's doing what they're doing. And she would just throw her arms up and be like, of course he is! Of course he is! She gets so mad. And then it was like, through season 2 or whatever, she's like talking to me in conversation. She's like, what do you want for dinner, dearie? And it was just like hysterical that she went from absolutely hating him to loving him in like a season.
And that's
he's one of those villains you love to hate.
He doesn't do the dearie anymore. He's just
well, yeah, because he isn't the storybook.
But even when he was Mr.
Rumpel.
Gold, he would still say dearie. He didn't say it dearie, but he would still say dearie.
Yeah. So.
He isn't the Enchanted Forest.
I don't know. It's just
I was just really excited because he tried to offer Haiti a deal, right? And he's like, I know everything that comes into this realm. The underworld, that was your realm. This one is mine. You're playing on my terms. Do you want to make a deal? No? Okay. Too fucking bad. I'm gonna get my deal anyway. So after Hades dies, the end of the episode, we see Rumpel wandering in, and I'm going, oh god, what's he gonna do with the dust? I thought he was gonna sweep the dust up into like a jar, for some reason.
Very Malcolm Merlin.
Okay,
but he pulls the Olympian crystal out.
Part of it.
Here's the thing. He walked into the room, and there was the pile of son of a bitch.
Where did everybody go?
Where'd I go?
No
Okay,
knows.
as long as you can still hear me, here's the thing. He walks into the room and there's a pile of dust, and I was like, did nobody clean up?
I
Did
know, that's what I
nobody-
thought too. Why is that? Why did no one swoop this shit up?
Did nobody clean up?
No one
See,
cleans up in this place.
This is why you need Cinderella around.
They have the magic broom somewhere.
Clean that shit up.
Wow.
Cinderella
Wow.
has
Up.
Cinderella
You guys'
has a
cameras
baby
back
now.
yet?
No, I'm still loading. I'm sorry. I can barely see share screen.
Oh. Okay.
What happened, by the way?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I don't know.
I thought
So-
it was me. I thought my computer had a malfunction.
No.
Oh, okay, well my camera
Rachel's is
is
gone.
still still going in circles, so you can hear us. Dom's there with like 2 black screens.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Look, this show broke us. We're broken now.
I'm just
did.
trying to silence them. I killed them off like I did Robin.
Oh god.
Like
I
Katie-
knew it.
like-
There
like
was
Katie
there
Cinderella.
was
Your
a
evil, nefarious plans.
there was a little article somewhere I read comparing the way they did
You're back.
Robin to the way they did Will.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I can totally see that. And you know, I know that Sean, you know, from following him on Twitter, he has his own band and he does do independent things, and he is very, you know, active in that. So whether or not he comes back or not, we don't know. No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows for sure. He hasn't said for sure if he would.
Well, no,
because it's up to the writers.
I read
basically.
a bunch of interviews with Sean Maguire today. He did comment on whether or not he would return. His response was, "Never say never," but he's never come back. He said, for just a perspective of looking back on this, any role that he's ever stepped away from, whether it was his choice or forced to, he's never returned, even though he's asked. But with this show, he said, never say never. He feels like the story's done, though he's not satisfied with it. If the time comes for like a flashback or something, he may come back. So, you know,
Yeah, it's like
they
one of
might
those
want to
things-
try to tie some loose ends
You
up
don't
with him
say
somewhere.
you can't. In a show like this, you can't ever say like for sure.
Yeah.
can't.
Probably the most devastating part for him was he said he found out in January, and this was after being billed this season as a series regular. And said going into the season, that Adam and Eddie had no clue that this was going to go. This is the way the writing progressed, and as soon as they found out, you know, and weighed all their options and how they thought the story was going to go for the better, this is the option that they came up with, and notified him in January. And he said his first phone call that he made to tell anybody was to Hook, the actor who plays Hook, because they are
really close.
best friends. They're best
wow.
friends on set.
Yeah, they're all really, really, really close.
And he just moved. Bless you. He just moved his wife and kids to Vancouver.
Come on.
Yeah, for film. So that's kind of the shitty part. But he's saying hopefully, you know, he can secure another show or something that's being filmed there, so you know they don't have to completely uproot everything. And
could.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that.
Oh, I'm sure he could. I'm sure he could. So, you know, he said
Well, see,
he said the hardest part for him is not being able to see. I forget the actor's name who plays Hook now. Is not being able to see him.
Colin
you know,
McGuire.
Colin, yeah, all the time. So.
But see, it's oh my god, it's these is one of those shows that the writers, like, they have a rough outline of how the season's gonna go, but they only write in a couple episodes ahead of time, kind of thing. That's what it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's constantly evolving. It's never a cemented script.
Right. And I don't know, there better be some kind of payoff for the Hook thing, because I think having Hook die, saying that he couldn't come back, and then bringing him back is just kind of like a cheap cop-out plot point. I'm hoping it has a good good payoff, because I'm just not enjoying it.
There are a couple things in this show I'm just not enjoying. And I mean, it's not that I don't
Hook.
like it.
I love Hook,
Yeah,
but I just don't like the way this story unfolded.
You see, I'm that way with Hades. I liked Hades, but there was just something that never sat right with me, and the fact that now he's dead and that's the end, I'm just like, I feel like they left something out. I feel like I'm missing something.
Is it
right?
the end, though? We don't know, because we don't know what Rumple's doing with that crystal.
I mean, you never know. He could, I mean, I know that, you know, when Hades said when you're get hit by the crystal that you're gone, you don't go to heaven, don't go to hell, nothing. I was like, you just disappear. But that was like on humans. But what does it do when you kills a god? Does it just take him back up to
take the power?
Mount Olympus? Take your power to maybe it pushes him back up to Mount Olympus to a jury, and then they get to beat the shit out of him up there.
Because the difference between, because he also didn't put it through Robin. It got put through Hades. When we see it hit Robin, his body falls to the floor, but his spirit is just standing there, and then it disintegrates. We don't see that happen with Hades, so we don't.
It's like his spirit left his body, kind of thing. It was just like it left. So it could have went back up to Mount Olympus to stand trial for his crimes.
I don't know. I feel like Hades is gone, completely. I feel like Robin may be able to come back because of the difference in the way you saw the two characters die. It could be the opposite.
That's another thing with the show that could be a reason why they could bring some back, because he died differently than the other one, so there's the loophole.
Right, and just like I'm the only one, which Clio may be borderline on the fence of, for now after this episode, but last week I was the only one that thought Pan could possibly come back, and Clio's probably on the fence now, but.
No, wait, you think he can still come back?
Yes.
I do too.
Okay. Because Pan.
Which is why I'm sort of amending. It's why I'm sort of amending what I think about the River of Souls.
I think it depends on what Arthur does down there, and he's gonna have to fight Corella to do it.
100%.
He's gonna have to fight,
and we're gonna see that.
Have to fight Corella for a reason, but he's gonna. I mean, like he said, maybe. That wasn't the kingdom, the broken kingdom I was meant to fix.
Yeah, I really like that. I thought that was really cool.
I think it was phenomenal, and I think it was a way to redeem an unredeemable character.
Because he really was. He was a shitlord.
Yeah,
I just
there
love
was
the fact
no
that
quality quality about him up until this point.
I love the fact that next episode we are like, where is he? What are we going to see him? And then this episode, there he is, and he's on for all about 10 seconds before he dies. He's dead, and I'm like, oh.
I just love that all the time that they spent in the underworld, he's been running through the forest with handcuffs on.
Yeah. Well, no, they showed the scene with Snow, and it seemed like one of the dwarves got beat up, or Arthur had just.
It wasn't. It was Sleepy. They put Sleepy on guard.
Oh, it was Sleepy. Oh, of course. Why would they put Sleepy on guard?
That's what they said.
Merida's like,
that's
this
what
is what I have to use. This is all I got. With what you give me, this is what I have.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
fun.
I mean, before I read the synopsis, before we make wild speculations for anything, is there anything else from this particular episode?
I feel like for this being the half season that's focused on the underworld, it's been I'm sorry, there's something about Hades that I don't think is resolved, and if he's gone, then it's so unsatisfying.
I agree.
Because I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something.
I feel like we're going to get the answer to that with whatever Rumple's doing with the crystal, but, we'll have to see. What were you saying, Rachel?
That too. I think he's up Mount Olympus, going to be stand trial for his crimes. Yeah. Which isn't impossible, because they did do that. But I still, I'm sorry, I can't get over the Zeus. And
I'm just thinking about this half season as a whole, and I mean, unless the season finale just blows it out of the park,
which they typically do.
Yeah, but I've never been this dissatisfied with the show coming into a season finale before. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
there's so many things they dropped.
yeah. I mean,
And to tie it all up in 2 hours is just like,
I think there's things they're gonna carry on to next season.
yeah. And I mean, that's fine. That's perfectly
I have
fine.
a feeling there's going to be things that they're going to carry over into next season.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen Zelina carry over from, a season ago, kind of thing, disappeared for almost a full season, and we've seen returning characters. So yeah, there's going to be some. I don't think Merida is going to stick around. I think she's it for right now, and that's really unfortunate because Lee Silver in chat says Merida will never have the confrontating scene with Arthur for killing her dad.
Well, she doesn't need that after she's talked to her dad. Her dad's like, you don't need that to feel whole. You don't need that. So she's already, she's already come to terms with that in herself. So she doesn't need that.
Right.
I agree.
I missed this before, but Sally Noble in chat said, where did it go? I just chat like shrunk or something on me.
It shrunk you.
Where did it go? She said, Hades is like Rumple. He loves power more than anything. So that's why they're so similar, and that's why I think it's.
They are similar in that, but I think Rumple, as much as he loves power, he also has that human side to him that wants to be loved by someone and to love someone. Hades doesn't have that because Hades is a god. So all he wants is power. So he doesn't have that human aspect to himself.
Right, but I think that we're going to get more answers regarding Hades because of Rumple. So I don't think the Hades story is over. So hopefully that gets resolved and Clio doesn't walk away with, this feeling of, unresolvedness.
Yeah.
Because I've watched Clio lose interest in other shows because of one tiny thing.
Hey, that was not tiny. Do not. No.
One tiny thing.
If you're talking about Supernatural, that was an avalanche of tiny things.
This one tiny
don't
thing.
Even. No, so, don't. Shut up.
Don't shut up? Okay, I'll keep going.
God, I hate you.
Okay, so before we go into the synopsis, we're going to do it right now before we even have any hints.
Go, fine, do it.
What is going to be next season's story?
I don't know.
We've seen
Cinderella finally at last.
We've seen Neverland. We've seen Oz.
Let's go to China. Like
Possibly.
Actual China, like modern day, our China.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of I don't know. They're not even pointing really in any specific direction. I mean, there could be hints, but they're not.
It's so up in the air right now.
What I think is going to happen is we're going to get our first villain that doesn't use magic at all.
We say this every year.
We say also, we want to. This time I really feel... No, Cruella still had the ink and the magic, the pen and the author.
Okay,
and
fine.
That was, she had the ability to communicate with animals. She had magic. I honestly
go to
feel...
actual Mount Olympus.
I honestly feel this is going to be the first villain that does not use magic. I don't know exactly who it could be. And I'm hoping it's Scar.
Well, I mean, if you watch the promo, I can see where you're going. If you watch,
I didn't watch the promo.
You didn't? Well, I can see where you're going because I did.
Okay, I have not done it. I've not read the synopsises, anything. The synopsises. I'm about to pull them up. Have not even looked at them yet.
I want Jafar back.
So yeah, Jafar
putting that out there.
So episode 22 is called Only You, and episode 23 is called An Untold Story.
Before we did this, we totally forgot about Bill's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
He's just like, fuck you, Rumple.
Exactly.
Basically, I ain't gonna kiss her. Fuck you till you're gone. She's staying asleep.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Good on you.
Yeah.
I like him.
Because let's face it, there's someone that currently I hate more than Rumple. It's Belle.
And what happened? Did he
Ooh.
beat him with his cane because he had the cane and he was like hitting it on the.
I think the last time must have been seasons ago. He beat the shit out of him with his cane.
Yeah.
Season 1 or 2.
Yeah, like this was early. I think it was season 2 because it had to have been after Belle was woke up, I think.
Yeah, but still, it's like
beat the shit out of him.
No,
beating the shit out of him is not going to make
season
him
1.
do it.
Was it season 1 when Belle was known as like
No, that was season 2.
No, but she went under for
Lucy?
one episode. No, it wasn't Lucy, but it was an L name.
I can't remember. But anyways,
Kurgle.
But yeah,
What?
so it's like I didn't make sense to me because it's like if you beat him, he's still not going to do it, and if you kill him, she's going to remain asleep.
Yeah, Lacey. It was Lacey. Close, Lucy, Lacey. It's
whatever.
But yeah, so it's like can't threaten him.
I think it was the Lacey episode. That was the end of like season 1, if I remember correctly. But
no, I don't think so.
I thought it was like a 1 episode thing, and then she came back again in season 2 as Lacey.
Okay, I don't remember.
It's been a while. Anyway, so for the first episode of this, episode 22, Only You, it says, in the first hour of the special 2-hour season finale, Regina reels from the death of Robin Hood, and everyone tries to give her room to grieve. But when the heroes discover Gold has stolen Hades' Olympian crystal, and tethered all of Storybrooke's magic to it, they set out to stop him. Henry decides he no longer can stand all the pain magic has caused his family, so he goes rogue, with Violet in tow, to destroy the magic once and for all. Meanwhile, Zelena, Snow, David, and Hook attempt to open a portal that will return Merida and the other Storybrooke guests to their homes. But things go awry when the group winds up in a deranged new world.
Wonderland!
I don't know if that's deranged, but...
Wonderland's pretty deranged.
Maybe. And then the second half, Untold Story, it says, in the second hour, with the possibility of magic being destroyed and the fate of Storybrooke hanging in the balance, it's a race for Emma and Regina to track down Henry before Gold can find him first. Regina continues to struggle with her frustrations over her former evil self, and elsewhere, Snow, David, Hook, and Zelena are imprisoned and must contend with 2 very disturbed individuals that may give Gold a run for his money. So, I'm very, very excited going into the finale. More excited than I've been for the entire season thus far.
Well, see, when you said, the first villain doesn't have magic, I saw the thing and they, about Henry writing everyone's magic gone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that. I was like, that's quite plausible.
Yeah, it's actually making me think that even more now.
But, I mean, the only really deranged realm I can think of would be Wonderland, because there are parts of Wonderland that are pretty freaky. Unless they're... I can't even think of another deranged place in Fairyland World.
Yeah,
it's like...
The Pink Elephants on Parade.
Dumbo?
That's Dumbo, right?
Dumbo is horrifying.
Well, isn't that just because he was tripping on LSD?
Probably, yes. But
he was drinking alcohol.
Maybe they'll go
to... that's what it was.
Maybe they'll go to the dream state of Winnie the Pooh and meet the Heffalumps and Woozles.
Heffalumps and Woozles.
Alcohol laced with LSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, I mean, there could be some dark places of Indiana Forest, but first thing in my head is Wonderland, because it's that place is up is down and left is sideways, and
yeah.
Right, and I mean we're so focused on Disney right now, and that may not even be the case. They may decide to borrow from Grimm fairy tales, and go some really dark places with that too. So
you never know.
We've seen them go in other routes before. Frankenstein being a perfect example of something that is neither Disney nor a traditional fairy tale, so
Ugh.
they can go a good number of places. And I don't think Marvel's universe is one of them.
No.
But I still would love to see would love to see Bucky and the Mad Hatter.
They went to outer space.
I still would love to see Bucky and the Mad Hatter face to face.
I know. I would.
They went to.
That would be so fucking interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that is our show.
One of my favorite things, like meme sort of things I saw before going to see Civil War is like is the Hatter walking into the theater like with people just saw Civil War and he's going, whose hearts are all of these?
Yeah.
Just like the face like.
Daniela says in chat, Dom, Clio, I hope Regina doesn't become dark again on season 6 of Once Upon a Time. That would be so unfair. Here's
the thing, I like her being somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I think she's better somewhere in between.
She's going to be somewhere in between. She always is somewhere in between. She doesn't think she's always going to be somewhere in between.
Yeah, and I would love, this is just me personally, I would love to see her and Zelina be evil together and be a force to be reckoned with. To have, like,
I think they might team up
and
against
stuff.
Gold or something. That'd be cool.
I want them to toe the line, do some kind of evil stuff for some good reasons.
Yeah. And, once again, we have technically 2 episodes left. Still no word from Merlin. So.
I know, that's so disappointing.
Yeah.
I think Merlin was my favorite part, and he's just sort of gone.
Yeah. Maybe they'll plant a tree in his honor.
Never know what's going to happen in this.
Yep.
The
Rachel,
show.
where can the people find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17. That's right here.
Clio, where can people find you breaking your nose with a pair of pliers?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest at CleoMoto, tweeting and pinning all the Civil War memes and things and stuff.
Don't go, if you haven't seen it, don't go. She'll spoil it all.
Spoilers.
It's
Don't
true.
go.
Well,
She's the
I've
worst.
been good. I haven't posted any spoilers yet. I haven't.
Yet.
Yet.
Keyword yet. By the time you watch this...
the word yet.
By the time you watch this, there's probably one, so avoid it like the plague. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Until next week, finale. See you guys later. And would also like to announce that we will in fact be doing the ASOTV Rewind, going back to season 1 the week following the finale. And we'll be going back revisiting season 1 throughout the summer. So, you guys are big fans, especially live, and you want to rewatch with us, check our schedule, and we will have it listed out. So, till then, see you guys later.
Bye!
Bye.
That was delayed, Claire.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm breathing about Civil War.
You're the worst.
Unlike Once Upon a
Not
Time.
2 seconds after we went to the end slate.
See, this is why you don't go on her Twitter, because she's gonna post the article.
I'm not.
I don't believe you. I'm unfollowing you right now.